Hello everyone, my name is Guardian of Sakura. Yes, big shock. The guy that you've been watching videos subscribed to, and you finally get to hear what he sounds like. If you're wearing headphones, I am really sorry. But anyway, let's get to it. I have a script here that I'm following because this is actually my first ever update video on anything, really. Because all I ever did was make music videos or parody trailers when I remembered to make them or had time to make them. Now I want to turn my whole channel into something different. I want to do something that's mine and mine alone. I mean, yes, there are lots of other things out there to do, but I want to try different things. I mean, I've had this since I was, what, 13 years old? And now I'm 30 and I've almost done nothing worthwhile on this channel. Nothing that gets me more subscribers than I already have. But to be honest, when I made the YouTube channel, I didn't make it to do videos. I did it so I could save videos I liked into playlists and then play them over and over again when I'm working. Coursework, college, university, whatever. I always had something to look forward to listen in the background, or to watch to find, I don't know, inspiration from somewhere else. Anyway, that's a bit long of an intro, so let's get on to the other parts. Okay, next part in the script is, well, updates on my well-being. Yeah, I added this one because of a recent YouTuber. Please forgive me if I mispronounce his name. Itika? The really good guy. The one that was really excited over E3. I loved his reactions. Yes, he did use the N-word quite a lot, but to be honest, that was probably normal to him, and I'm not going to criticize what he says a lot. Just, if he wants to say it, he can. I don't like using that word. Maybe it's because I can't use it, but anyway, I've never really liked that N-word, so, but, they found his bag filled with all this stuff, all his personal belongings, wallet, watch, his Nintendo Switch. When there's a Nintendo Switch in the bag that's left on the bridge, you know there's something wrong. They found him in the news, if you've been following. They fished his body out of the water. He jumped, I think. He was going through some mental depression, I think. Well, he was very distressed in that, video he made about, saying that he betrayed his YouTubers and all this sort of thing. I don't see how he betrayed. Maybe I don't watch a lot of his videos. Maybe I only watch his reactions to E3. I liked it when he broke his thumb, when he went absolutely mental, when Ripley was announced for Smash Bros. Ultimate. That was funny. His reactions just summed up what pretty much everyone was feeling at the time. Yeah, it's just sad, and it got me thinking about mental health. I mean, maybe some of you don't care about how I've been, or even know how I've even been doing in the past. Let me just say it out for you. Absolute crap. My confidence was shaken, trust for other people is out the window. Seriously, there is not one person I could trust back then. The only person I could trust was myself, because everyone else just let me down. Friends, girlfriends, family members, everyone. There was not one person out there I could trust with my life or anything. Seriously, every single girlfriend I've ever had has only used me to her own selfish goal, whether it was teaching English, or filling a void after their ex broke up with them, getting back at their ex, or paying for stuff that they couldn't afford themselves that they knew I could. Oh, they say, I love you and I'll never leave you or I'll never hurt you like your ex did, but they did. They always do. It's always a pattern. And to be honest, for the longest time, I actually stopped dating and stopped going out with girls, you know. I think one hurt me so bad, I went into like a 10-year depression. I didn't date anyone for 10 whole years. I know. How does a guy like that go for 10 years without being attracted to anyone? Let's just say I didn't trust anyone. Trust is part of the attraction. And there we go. But recently I went to see a psychic because my last girlfriend, 6 months, yeah, 6 months, can you believe that? Broke up with me, and I started thinking that, you know, maybe I'm just never gonna find that one, because she was like me. She was as crazy as I was, which was fun. She loved all the things I was into. There was no secrets between us, and yet she still uses me to her own selfish advantage, and then discards me. Oh, she kept talking about second chances and everything, and, you know, if I got her these Comic-Con tickets for her and her friend, maybe she'd get back with me. So I did, stupidly. And then a few days after she gets back, she tells me that she's been seeing some guy, period, to whenever. I don't know, a few weeks, maybe. I just stopped caring at that point. So anyway, I went to see the psychic, and she said to me, was there anything else I wanted to know? And I told her, my love life has been a complete disaster every time. I just want to know, is there someone out there for me? Or should I just give up? And she told me. She said there was someone. She was petite, didn't quite match up to my height, beautiful hair, lovely smile, dazzling eyes, knows what it's like to be hurt by people who she thought she could trust, and it would be a lasting relationship. She said it would happen sometime within the next 2 years. I can wait. I've waited 10 whole years to find someone like that, and it ended in 6 months. So, you know, maybe wait 2 whole years and get a lasting relationship. That sounds great to me. So, and there was other things too. I couldn't get a job. I've been unemployed for 8 years. Everywhere I've applied for over 400 jobs since August, and I kept getting rejected every single time. And it was really, 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 really getting me down. You know, and then I just started filling the void with everything, you know, everything I could think of. So, the psychic also told me that I'd get a job through voluntary means. So, I started volunteering at a charity shop, or a thrift store for the Americans. Not quite sure what thrift is. Maybe it's like a charity store or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's not by any sheer coincidence that the charity I'm helping is called Mind Matters. It's about raising mental awareness. It's helping people who have mental disorders, mental health issues, and just being there to talk to someone. There's something called Friends, which is a online and by phone support group, like the Samaritans. It's like them, but they help you with the mental health issues. I mean, Ikita was probably mentally depressed and had no one to talk to, and that's what happened to him. And I was diagnosed as bipolar. Not severe, very low, very low. I do have traits of bipolarism. And before you were asking how I am, to be honest, I'm fine. It's not a huge shock. I knew there was something wrong with me, of why I was so happy one time and then like really depressed when something didn't go my way. And being told I was bipolar was a wake-up call. It was like, it's like that scene from Steven Universe, if anyone's watched Steven Universe, where Bismuth finally discovers that, spoiler alert, rose quartz was actually pink diamond, and she drowns herself in that lava pool for a couple of seconds, and she goes, oh my gosh, it all makes sense now. That's kind of what was happening in my mind when I found out I was bipolar. It just woke me up. And to be honest, this is the first time I'm actually telling anyone that I'm bipolar. I mean, my family have always known I was bipolar, but it's like, why didn't you tell me? I always knew there was something wrong. You saw me struggling. Why didn't you tell me? To be honest, now I know that I'm bipolar, it makes a whole lot more sense of what I'm going through and why I think there's something wrong with me. There is something wrong with me, but now I can research on how to cope with it. Sorry if I've been rambling too much about my well-being. It's just, it's nice to talk to people about it. That's what sharing a burden is, whether it's something you want to discuss or something you don't want to discuss, and it's fine. But the second you start talking about it, the second you start feeling better. I mean, before this recording, I was like, what if no one listens? What if no one cares? What if they don't respond? What if they don't like it or comment or subscribe for it? And then it's like, you know what? Does it matter? No, it doesn't. I want to do this because this is what I want to do. I want to raise mental health awareness, plus a lot of other things on my channel that I've never really discussed with anyone. So yeah. I've had a bad relationship with every single girlfriend I've ever gone out with. They were the biggest mistakes of my life. I saw a psychic who told me some good news, which is probably what I needed, with some hope in my life, since I felt like for the past 8 years I had nothing but bad luck. And since then, things have been slowly turning around. I mean, it's not life-changing differences, but it's a start. And as long as I get started on that, I'm fine with it. So, anyway, that's enough rambling about that, but yeah. If you know someone who's going through a bad time, or you see someone who's going through a bad time, ask them, are you okay? It's like that talking squirrel said, sometimes humans need to be told twice. So you say to it, are you okay? And they go, yeah, I'm fine. But then you go again, are you okay? Are you really okay? Then they're like, you know what? There is something I need to tell you. Listen to that person. It helps them in a way that you will never fully understand until it happens to you. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. But if you want to donate money to a charity, I suggest the Mind Matters charity. I'll put in a link below for anyone who wants to help. I'm not asking you to give your money because I told you to. I just want you to look at what they do, and if you want to give money to help someone like Ikeda. Again, apologies if I'm mispronouncing his YouTube name. I'm not the best pronunciation words. I see it how it is. And it says Ikeda. Like I said, I am very sorry about mispronouncing his name. Okay, that's enough rambling on, updates on my well-being. That's probably gone way longer than I wanted to. The next thing on my stage is updates on the Avengers project. What that means is, I finally decided to come out of my shell and do something that's, mine. My own idea. Well, not really my own idea. Okay, it sort of is, sort of not. I do these rambling things because this is how my brain works. But I'm going with it. Bear with me. Thank you. Anyway, I had a book called The Oral History of the Avengers. Basically, it was a book that talks about the Avengers themselves. From their humble beginnings, to the turmoil they faced, to changing leaderships, and, their inevitable future. And I thought to myself, what if I turned this into a sort of live action series? I mean, it'd give me something to try, to test, to see if it would work, to see if anyone would be interested in it. Because I know there's huge Marvel fans, and, of course, Stan Lee was one of my idols, which was a real shame when I found out that he had died. It was just... I couldn't accept it. I didn't accept it at first, because before there was like a sort of hoax, like everyone does this hoax page where, a famous celebrity has died or something. And then everyone starts thinking that they're really dead. Until they do research, or the celebrity comes out saying, I am not dead, it's just a hoax. There was a recent one, I can't remember his name, but he came out saying, I'm not dead. So, at first I was like, it's just another hoax, like I'm gonna fall for that. Until I did some research and found out he did die. I was like, oh god, no, not Stan Lee. I always wanted to meet Stan Lee, I did, but, you know, with my life as it was a complete mess. I had no job, no money as such, and no girlfriends or any friends I could speak to about this. I got a few friends that I can really count on, and, you know, I do get a certain amount of money each year because I'm a registered carer. That's basically my job at the moment, which is looking after my younger brother who has severe mental disorders. I'm not quite sure if anyone knows this. Asperger's syndrome, dyslexia, and autism. He has all three racked into one. But you just have, you know, Asperger's syndrome and pragmatic dysmatic. It means I have a low social functioning with others, but I try. I really do try to socialize with others, but if I like a few people, I like those people. And if I see loads of people but I don't like any of them, I don't like any of them and will not try to socialize with any of them. It's not just with new people, it's also with family members. Sometimes I just don't like a family member and I will not speak to them whatsoever. Wow, this is really turning out into a long video. Anyway, so the updates on it, it's still ongoing. I've already done a sort of trailer for it. It's not like a super epic Avengers project coming forth. No, it's more just me being the SHIELD. Okay, let me give you a bit of story. I am playing an ex-SHIELD agent turned interviewer for all the Avengers that have come, gone, and, you know, etc. Basically, I will be interviewing them or people who want to audition for those parts. You know, they can. I'm just going to give it a layout of it. It's going to be live action, so that means you're going to be in it. Do not worry if you don't look like the Avengers. I mean, if you've seen the new Avengers game coming out next year from E3, that doesn't look like any of the Avengers in the MC universe. So don't worry if you don't look like the Avenger you want to audition for. Doesn't matter. Let's just call it another universe. Because I'm a big believer in the multi-universe theory. I am. Because a lot of strange things happen and there's no way to fully explain it, so it has to be some sort of multiverse theory. And I do like that sort of thing, you know. I'm a scientist at heart, always have been. Science was actually my #1 subject back in school. And I actually did a course on science too. Got my degree in biochemistry and A level of physics. So, if you want to audition, keep a watch out for a video about it. I am going to do it now that I've got a bit more confidence in myself. Now I'm doing this update video. At first I thought, what if they don't like it? What if no one does it? It'll just be a flop like everything else I've ever done. But to be honest, if people are big fans and they want to be involved in something that's a Marvel project, they will either share the video, upload the video somewhere else, or tell their friends about it. Hey, you can play as many parts as you want. You can be in costume for one, you can be outside for another, you know, outside your costume for another one. You can do whatever you want. Be whoever you want. That's the main thing. Anyway, next one on the list is first live action video. Well, what I mean by first live action video is basically me unboxing something. It's the Loot Anime Audacity, that's the program I'm currently using at the moment, no, sorry. Odyssey. That's the one I wanted to say. Odyssey. I'll be unboxing and reviewing the Loot Anime Odyssey box. Yes, I know it's late, I know it came out in March, but to be honest, I only got it this month as it is, because there's been some sort of delay with some of the other boxes from Loot Anime, Loot Gear, Loot Game, all the stuff. There's been some sort of delay. I don't know what it was. I didn't really read much into it, but to be honest, I think it'd be my first and last unboxing from Loot Anime. I don't know. We'll see how it goes in the unboxing, which I'll hopefully upload either tomorrow, sometime during the week, because my volunteer shifts are from 10 to 5 on a Monday, then on a Wednesday, and on a Friday. Tuesday and Thursday, I'm currently doing my job, my main job, which is being a carer for my younger brother, and which also includes the weekend. That's kind of a 24 hours, 7-day-a-week kind of job for me. I'm actually getting time to record this because he's currently engaged in his game next door in the living room. Okay, next thing on the list is Q&A. Everyone loves a Q&A. I'm pretty much an open book. I mean, I just told you about my bipolarism. Wow, frag. Yeah, my bipolarism to you. So, to be honest, I'm an open book. I mean, there will be some things I won't talk about, but, you know, I will talk about a lot. And if you ask me a question and I look at it and it's like, I don't really want to answer that one, so I won't answer it. I just won't include it in the video. But, you know, if you want to know more about me or about what I think of something, or, you know, what's my favorite game I'm playing at the moment? What kind of setup do I have in my room? What kind of things am I into? I'm into lots of things, but, you know, if you want to know more about what I'm into, by all means, ask. But that's only if enough people want to do it, and enough questions come through. I mean, it doesn't have to be a super long video, like currently this update video is, but, you know, if people are interested, let me know in the comments below. Okay, well, time to wrap this up before it gets too long. Man, I'm gonna have to find a lot of pictures, but, you know, I'll find each picture to go towards each sort of, you know, subject. Sorry for the long pauses. This is my first ever sort of update video, so please bear with me. I'm very sorry. It's kind of my bipolarism in play, you know. I also suffer from anxiety as well, so me doing this for this vlog is probably the longest I've ever done it, so it is almost terrifying for me. But I thank you, and this is Guardian Sakura saying thank you from the bottom of my heart.